not on the grid. This was absolutely not on the grid. But my New York trip this weekend is being discussed.
Well, I mean, I know you have been on the Sex and the City tour with your wife.
Yes.
And I know that Friends was set in New York, but certainly not shot in New York.
Right.
But I wasn't sure. I know you have time to kill, you said, in New York.
About 5 hours.
And I thought, is there a Friends tour? Well, it turns out there is. Biggie has found it.
Yep.
And this is starting to get some momentum of its own, I suppose.
Well, yeah. The thing about the Sex and the City tour, the show was shot there. And we went to the bakery where the ladies had cupcakes. Mm-hmm. We went to the bar that Steve, Miranda's husband, owned. We went to the walk-up where Carrie Bradshaw lived. We sat on those steps, you know.
Yeah.
We went to the sex toy shop where Charlotte bought the vibrator.
Okay. You can stop. I know that... I know people go to New York and stand outside the restaurant where Seinfeld...
Yes.
You know,
yes.
The characters went, but they were never
there
either.
They were never, and as far as Friends goes, I mean, they had exterior shots of just buildings in New York, but even the opening sequence where they're in the fountain, that's in Los Angeles. Everything they did was in L.A.
Oh, okay.
And so all you see is like they sent a crew there to get skyline. You know, from changing from one scene to the other, they show a New York skyline. That's all it is in New York. So my question would be, to go on a Friends tour in New York, which of course I would love, all you're really seeing is replicas of the furniture and the set. It's not the set. You know,
Biggie says he is intrigued by the website. And he can make it happen for $57.
Yeah, I mean, it's called the Friends Experience, not just a tour, like an experience.
Well, one time a few years ago, they had a Friends Experience in New York, and someone was on it, and Courtney Cox came and sat down and said, let's have coffee. So...
You never know.
Wow.
Yep.
Would that be incredible, or would that be incredible? Dina is on the phone. She's been on the Friends Experience tour. Dina.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, I cannot believe you went to New York last year and didn't go do it. I emailed you about it. It is awesome.
I've got to do it, is what you're saying.
Yes. You can spend 1 to 2 to 3 hours in there. It's no limit.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm interested.
Yes.
In. Yeah, I'm doing this.
You see all the props. You see the white sofa. You go in both apartments, the pool table, the foosball table.
Oh, yeah.
You can poke the big fat guy across the street.
Oh, you can poke the fat guy across the street?
Yes.
This is fantastic. Now ugly naked guy, you can poke ugly naked because there's an early episode where they're poking him with a giant poking device. This is fantastic.
You can do that too.
Oh,
it's awesome.
Dina, you've made my day. My plans in New York are done.
They do have a Central Perk too.
I'll be in there.
T-shirts down there. You can drink coffee down there. It's
I love
awesome.
it.
Who's your favorite friend, Dina?
Who's your favorite, Dina?
I have to say Chandler.
Chandler's awesome. Oh,
yep.
May he rest.
I sat in his chair. I sat in his black recliner chair.
Oh, you did? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
The best $57 you'll ever spend.
She's building it up. And she emailed me last year.
I couldn't help but notice that detail you sort of glossed over.
I did.
Yeah, in fact, my prediction right now, even though I'm trying to make this happen, is that you disappointed her last year via email, and this year you'll disappoint her via phone.
Yeah, the more convincing you sound on the air, Biggie and I know, the less convinced you are in real life.
That I'll be.
Oh, I'll be there.
I'll be there. The white sofa. Yes.
More likely, I'll just sit in the hotel
without a doubt.
Look at your phone.
Stare at my phone.
Fantasy football drafts.
Do my word.
Write some put up or shut up questions.
Draft. Write a few questions. Exactly. That's pretty much what I usually do. So maybe the Friends tour. You know.
So is that? I should have asked, and obviously you have the old email.
Yes, I'll look back at that.
Is the Friends Experience, Biggie? Is it in the NBC building?
I can't tell. I just have the exact address. Maybe it is.
I don't
is that
know
30 Rock?
I don't
it's
think
not
it
at 30
is.
Rock.
I don't think it is. I bet not. I bet they just had to find a spot to put like a little museum to Friends. You know, years ago when I was on a different radio show, she mentioned Ugly Naked Guy. He's he lives across the street, and they sometimes will watch him. I read one time where they said, "Oh, Friends doesn't age well," and it listed like 5 or 6 things, and one of them was like, "They continually stare at a naked man." It's like, all right, get over yourself. But they would say, "Oh, look, Ugly Naked Guy's doing calisthenics or something." They go, "Oh," and they never really showed him. They show him in 1 or 2 episodes, later. But
His face, the character's face?
from the back. They showed him from the back. Ross winds up moving into his apartment, and Ross wants to impress him by giving him a gift, and you actually see Ugly Naked Guy from behind open the door.
Okay.
Other than
Is
that,
he naked?
well, you see his back.
But he's unclothed.
Okay. He's unclothed, yeah. So they shoot it that way, yeah. So when we had, years ago, different radio show, when the Rachel haircut was really big from Friends, Jennifer Aniston's haircut, we had an event at Salon. And everybody was like dressed as their favorite character, and it was just, really fun. I was Ross, so it was really fun.
How do you dress like? Oh, never mind. So you're still doing it.
How do you? Oh, wait, never mind. We got it. Done and done.
That explains a lot.
Okay, he's a square. Ross is a kind of a nerdy,
kind of baggy
guy, right? So I dressed as Ross, and we had a guy here. You'll know him, Chris Demm. His name's Eugene. Great guy. He worked here, and our promotions man said, "We're planning this event at the hair salon. Everybody got like half-off haircuts to look like Rachel, and we're planning the event." And NBC, we got with them, and they sent a bunch of swag. We had all the mugs and T-shirts and everything. Huge event. And our promotions man said, "We're getting someone to play every character." He assigned me Ross.
Okay.
I said, "Okay.
I was born to play this part.
Okay." So I said, "What about Ugly Naked Guy?" And he said,
Oh, no.
We're approaching Eugene."
My God.
Well, now see,
I know.
that's a tough sell.
That's a tough sell. We want
Even if you, especially if I'm not sure what Eugene, he loves TV. I don't know if you watched that show.
I think he did. He had a great sense of humor. Still does.
Oh, yeah.
Not with us anymore, but still, in the company, but we still know him, and he's very funny. And so Neil said, "I'm going to gingerly approach Eugene about playing Ugly Naked Guy." So, it was always that question. Like, Biggie's watching The Hunting Wives, and there's a scene where one young lady has to, like, be jerky in a guy in a hot tub.
Yeah.
And Biggie said, "How do you think they approach somebody for that role? You look like you could play jerky girl." That's what we need. One scene.
And really, in the credits, you're going to simply be known as jerky girl.
HJ girl.
You're HJ girl.
Yeah, hot tub jerky girl.
Right. So Neil,
you don't even have lines.
Our promotions man, Neil, went to Eugene and said, "Got a terrific idea here."
How would you like to be part of a fabulous promotion?
Some would say part of history.
A Friends experience.
We're going to make radio history.
Oh, Friends was white hot, too, at the time. It couldn't have been bigger. And Eugene said yes to it.
He did.
He did, and he went to the salon. He had all he had on was shorts, and they put a towel around him, as if he was naked. And
well, how about what a trooper?
Shirtless. What a trooper. And I have to say this. Now, we had not seen, there was nobody playing Ugly Naked Guy at that time on Friends, but in the one episode where we see him, he looked a lot like Eugene from behind. We nailed that part.
Well done.
We got it. And I was, I'm just thinking, if somebody wants that role at the Friends experience, I wonder if you get, that role, because they poke it. You get to poke him. There's one where they have to poke up. They thought he's dead, and they had to poke him.
Okay. I thought they were just poking him because he's chunky.
No, they thought he was dead, so they had to string together a big thing, a poking device to poke him across the alleyway. That's where he lived. All right, it's possible I could do this.